una gran familia, sus hermanos eran como morir hasta el final todos juntos y su mamá, todos trabajando juntos, todos apoyándose y todos logrando salir adelante gracias al amor, gracias a la prioridad número uno que era estar juntos, estar seguros y felices. Y cuando ella entendió que esa era la verdadera riqueza, cuando ella pudo entender esto, pues bueno, se salió de la pobreza, entró a la riqueza. And we have a guest.
Oh, yes, special guest, my 2 kids.
But you were saying something like, so you found suffering as grace, encontraste el sufrimiento como gracia, you find the unit of love and safety, encuentras la unidad de amor y seguridad, and you find this mission, encuentras esta misión that gives you more light than anything. Hi.
And it's connecting to going back and remembering that, so I could even accept what life I have now, because you can attract great things. As I progressed through my career as a model and as I grew up into who I am to be today, I had such a hard time unwinding the thoughts and beliefs that I had about myself that I had developed when I was a child.
Wow, let me translate that. So, dice que en lo que ella encuentra su misión, una de las cosas más difíciles que a ella le pasaron es tratar de desenredar y dejar ir todas las creencias que ella tenía cuando era chica, pero al mismo tiempo en su misión algo que no les traduje es que ella siente que hay alguna parte de mí que también quiere regresar a ella.
So what was happening was, it was not only the thoughts were causing me suffering, but they were externalizing, where I was sabotaging relationships, getting into trouble at school, getting into trouble at modeling jobs. And my desire to become a model and to be a model was the only thing I had ever thought of. So the idea of myself getting in the way of that was not an option. So I knew that there had to be a different way to navigate the world without having to alter other people, because I knew that I couldn't.
Yes.
So that's when I got the first inclination that it was an inside job.
Okay. So, dice Tina que cuando ella empieza con su misión y todo, empieza a darse cuenta que bueno, este sufrimiento era por los pensamientos que ella estaban teniendo y dice, debe de haber alguna otra forma, y la encuentra trabajando adentro de ella. Ella quería no cambiar a la gente, sino cambiarse a ella misma, y ahí es cuando empezó su misión, su trabajo.
So I had those incidents that would come up, and people ask me all the time, when did I create the shift stir method? And I'm like, oh, that's a good question, because the shift stir method has lived inside of me since I was really young. It's not, it's a way of getting out of my own way. It became a method years later, once I was ready to deliver it, once it came down as a container for me. But this was my way of navigating my own emotions. When I was stuck, I would I never wanted to. It was really hard to, but I had to do this method to get out of my own way.
Wow, let me translate that. Entonces dice que le preguntan mucho en las entrevistas que le hacen, ¿dónde empezó este método que ella creó? Y el método, dijo, qué buena pregunta, pero el método realmente empezó desde que yo fui chica, porque esto es el método que yo tuve que hacer, que yo tuve que vivir para poder salir del sufrimiento, y eso se convirtió años después en el método que ella ahora ya pone para todo el mundo que lo pueda hacer.
So I truly believe that we all come here on this earth and we have an assignment to come here to our parents, and we decide that they're perfect for us. They may not be perfect humans, but they are perfect for our soul's evolution. And I truly believe that no matter what the circumstances, no matter how good or bad you were designed, your soul was designed for your mother and your family. And all of the people on your whole trajectory of your life are in essence showing you where you're stuck, where you don't have that love, where you don't have that ease. And the shift stir method for me was, when I got stuck, how do I get back to that mode of, how would I describe it? Neutrality. How could I get to that place of not lashing out, not being angry, not wanting to drink, or not wanting to, hurt someone, or not wanting to use my verbal knives? This was my way.
Ok, so dice Tina que entonces ella empieza a descubrir esto, que él está cambiando por dentro, y dice, no, a veces vienes a una familia y entregas tu corazón a ellos y luego no sabes cómo cambiar las creencias, ¿no? Para ella eran las creencias de pobreza, y su método para ella no fue usar malas palabras, no fue atacar, fue hacer el trabajo interior que se convirtió en el método que ahora ella comparte con el mundo.
It reminded me, said that at the end of his life, he figured out this way, and he figured out a way to live more peacefully. And whenever we have suffering, that is God saying, hey, listen, you don't have to wait till the end of your life to wake up. So when we have that suffering, it's our wake-up call, even if it's minute, even if it's, I call those, the suffering, I call it stirs, yes. STIR. When you're stirring, when you're in the eye of the stir, I think of a tornado on top of you, and it's twirling around and you can't see anything else but destruction. But little do you know, on the outside of the tornado, it could be 90 degrees and sunny. But inside that tornado, it feels crazy and chaotic. And when you recognize that you've deviated into a negative thought pattern, you are active in a stir.
Wow. It's so rich. This is so powerful. I love it. Dice Tina que entonces que el sufrimiento es como una llamada, te toca la puerta para mover cosas, así como cuando agitamos algo, cuando agarramos una pala para cocinar y lo estamos moviendo y lo estamos sacudiendo para crear algo más, que dice que el sufrimiento son las llamadas que Dios nos hace para, no te tienes que esperar a que mueras, lo puedes ahorita trabajar. Y es como estar adentro de un tornado. Si estás adentro de un tornado y tienes un pensamiento negativo, entonces va a ser súper caótico, pero es para sacudirte, para prepararte para algo. Y si entras en eso, vas a poder, no solamente poder encontrar una salida, sino una revelación que te va a ayudar a salir adelante mucho mejor.
So when you're after, we all as humans have default defenses that we use to protect ourselves from the perceived threat. It could be, I'm going to protect myself from that guy that didn't call me back. I'm going to protect myself from my boss that didn't acknowledge me for my big presentation. I am going to whatever the circumstances are that stir you, we all have these default defenses that we go to instinctually within moments of having a stir, within moments of having those thoughts. Mm-hmm. And what the method is designed to do is the next step is the sit. Once you've recognized that you are stirred, you allow yourself to mentally sit and do not reach for your default defense. So let's just use this as an example. Let's just say my let's just say I'm dating someone. I'm happily married, but let's just use this as an example because I can identify with it so much as a 15-year-old girl or even as a 21-year-old girl. Say you're dating some guy online and you just hooked up with him. You had this amazing night with him. And all of a sudden you write him a message and you're like all cute and he doesn't write you back. Doesn't write you back. All of a sudden inside your mind is a stir storm. You are stirring. Your mind is creating a narrative that are all of the reasons why you are wrong. He sucks. You suck. You're not pretty enough. You're not enough. If you would have done this, if you would have done that, why don't you just text him back now? Why don't you just make something up? Why don't you, it's the narrative inside your mind is a motivator for you to stop feeling what you're feeling. And it will do whatever it takes, no matter how destructive it is to your authentic self. That narrative, that voice inside your mind, I call it the ego epidemic, that when your ego has gone off and is enraging you or upsetting you, the method is designed to have you do is to sit.
I love that. I love that. Instead of being hijacked by this.
Hijack. No. Observe it and say, no. And there's in the method, it's called the sit mantras. And one of my favorite sit mantras is not today, Satan.
Oh, I love
No. You're not getting me here. I know you want to. I know you're on autopilot to tell this to me inside my brain, but I will not do that because I know where that road goes and that's more pain. But if I can allow myself to sit in the discomfort of these emotions and these thoughts, this will lessen the stronghold of that because I do not have to listen to that. I do not have to abuse myself with my own thoughts. I can sit with it and observe it. And I can be there and be like, wow. But how often do we allow ourselves to sit and do nothing?
So beautiful. So let me translate that. Entonces, la siguiente parte del método, requieren comprar el libro, la verdad que todavía no está en español, pero si lo quieren traducir, vale la pena, porque el método los guía a cómo salirse de este sufrimiento. Y la segunda parte es asentarte, de que ya te moviste, ya te movió el terremoto, el huracán, ya te movió, ya te sacudió, ¿ahora qué haces? Te sientas en eso que estás sintiendo, lo sientas, lo ves ojo a ojo, en vez de reprimirlo, porque todas las voces cuando vienen, ya te sacudes, ya vino el detonador, te van a empezar a decir, oh no puedo estar aquí. Y ella dio el ejemplo de, por ejemplo, si sales a una cita y te vistes súper bonita o súper guapo y tu cita no te habla y tu cita no contesta y empieza la guerra de pensamientos. Algo hice mal, algo hizo él mal, a lo mejor no estoy bien, a lo mejor no estoy guapa, a lo mejor esto o para qué. Empieza esta guerra de pensamientos negativos. Pero si tú te sientas, de hecho ella tiene unos mantras para esta etapa, el mantra de sentarte con eso dice, Satán, aléjate, hoy no. Si vienen tus pensamientos negativos, les vas a decir, no, hoy no, sé que me quieres convencer, sé que me quieres llevar ahí, pero no, porque ya sé a dónde me lleva eso, a más dolor y sufrimiento, y yo no me quiero ir ahí, me voy a sentar con esto a trabajarlo, pero tú no vas a ganar el día de hoy.
And even hearing you, and I do not speak Spanish, but hearing you translate it, I can feel the energy of the words and it gives me goosebumps because the power of the sit is the most transformative step of all. When we can actively engage with ourselves and be brave enough and strong enough and to sit with our discomfort, absolutely. That's where magic happens. And you feel so, I'm telling you, when you start doing it, you feel so strong and so proud of yourself. And if a girl, and let me just say this, for any girl listening out there, young girl, but you could be any age, if you are looking for confidence, do this.
Absolutely.
When you get confident in yourself, I allow myself to sit. I don't run away from this. That's brave. brave. That's courageous. That is something that will build. When you were saying like, oh, you're so embodied in it, it's because of the confidence of